called it. Yes! Yes! Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield. I'm a professional dancer, professional dance choreographer, and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States. And we're going to be taking a look at ATEEZ from the Wonderland. This is from the show Kingdom, and I know that this was a survival show of some kind with a lot of different boy K-pop groups, and I know there's one called Queendom, the female equivalents, I'm assuming, and I've seen excerpts of the show, but I've never seen this, and so I'm very excited to look at this because, especially after you've seen my, if you've seen my Wonderland dance practice perspective, it was definitely more on the constructive side versus the more positive side. So I really wanted to find a version of this choreography or a performance of theirs to where I could really see the true essence of what Wonderland could be, or the best ideal format that it has been shown, I guess. And people from Patreon were really helpful. I really wanted to wait, low-key, to watch Kingdom as a series, you know, just like I am for Street Dance Girl Fighter and whatnot, but I really feel like this is more timely. I would much rather go a little out of order just so I could watch this one in a proper lens, since Wonderland's a little bit fresher on my mind, and just kind of compare and contrast with that. I don't know if this will be an analysis or maybe just a reaction, I don't know, but we're gonna go ahead and take a look. Are they pirates from the Wonderland? Are they taking us to a new world? Is that what this is? Based on how they're shooting it, it feels very conceptual, which I'm a fan of. What if it didn't move? What if it got stuck? That would have been not fun. Love that. Oh, they're singing live? Something now, instead of mine. This is it, guys. Yeah. Pump it up. Yeah. Look at how much energy this has here. Oh. Yeah. One of them's looking like a little Macklemore right now with that fur coat. Tell you what, though. Yeah. Hongjun? Better because of the usage of the dancers there. Hey, a little bit of flexing right here. Yeah. Pop off. Are we in a new part of the scene? Yo! Yes! God, I love it. They're telling a whole freaking story right now. Yeah! Yep. That looks so much better right there. Yes! I think I normally saw that whenever people do it was ballroom style, right? In that kind of situation. Yes! This is more like an orchestra version. that impressive. Yes, with the flags. Hold it. Yes. Yes. Let's go. This is significantly cleaner than their dance practice was. This is wonderful, guys. God, I love this. Yeah, Mamba way. Yes! This is the choreo I wanted to see right here. But you see the synchronicity of it is what helps make it so captivating in the fullness. God, that was so cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I only see 7. So I don't know if that is because there could be a potential injury that would happen during this time. Not 100%. And I know we're about to get into the ending fairies, what this feels like, right? Yeah, okay, so for me, that's something that I find, I don't know how I feel about ending fairies. It's interesting, like, I think it's cool sometimes, but also, I feel awkward looking at their face when they're, like, really struggling to keep breathing. That was wonderful. That was exactly the kind of energy and level and performance that I think was very necessary for a track like Wonderland. I think the arrangement was really great, and it felt collaborative to the original, paying ode to the original, but it had this new twist on it, and I think it really tailored to this concept very well. I don't know if this was a this Kingdom Legendary War. I don't know if we had a particular challenge. I'm assuming there was a challenge in mind with this. They had to integrate something or use something within the performance. I'm not going to speak about that because I don't know the criteria for this show, but I feel like I will eventually. So if you do watch this and you want to recommend me a Kingdom performance, don't worry about it. I'm going to end up watching the show. So you don't have to recommend me anything because I'll watch it anyway. But if you want to, you can. I don't mind. But we're just going to kind of just let it play, and I'll just kind of give my overall thoughts on it. I love the scenery, how they set it up. It really feels like everyone's got the extras that are playing really help make it full. I do feel like some of the outfits, I understand the vibes of them. You know, they do have that more street affair about it, and I like it, but because a lot of it is like that pirate lore is what I've been hearing that word a lot from a lot of fans of ATEEZ, and you guys have done a fabulous job of really trying to bring me into more of the history of the lore of ATEEZ, because I know it is very deep and very wide, so I know this probably tailors perfectly as a puzzle piece in one of those contexts. But anyway, so just looking as here, just as a performance, I think it looks great. I would say my overall note though is we have some people that are very invested, like costume wise, within the aesthetic, and others not as much, and that's not really anybody's fault. That's just probably budgeting and time frame and timeline, or maybe they're used for a particular section, like we noticed some of the street dancers or that are in more of that white, you know, with the hoodies and everything, they were used more in that water, so I kind of equated to that. But I love it. I have having the camera looking around, really fun energy going through, like we are in the captain's part of the ship, which I really like. I love this here. He goes, he turns it, and I still feel if that didn't move, I would have laughed. Personally, that would have been like awful, but I think this is really cool. Having this energy, setting it up well. Love the fact they're performing this live. The energy of this is great. Now, because I've already kind of analyzed the choreography and it's not a fixed frame, I know they have a full cam, but you see a lot of cameramen in the way, so I wanted to really take in the intention of how they have it filmed, which is why I'm taking this approach. Does this mean I'm not going to be able to touch on as many content choreographic choices? Yeah, but I do feel like we've covered a lot of it extensively in the dance practice, but I really love the energy of the dancers back here, having him here. Now, you still doubt mine. It's too pointless. I did not know what he was saying here, so now I love having these lyrics so I can play karaoke if I feel like it. All eyes on me now. Look at the energy. You see how much cleaner they are here? That's one of those things too. It just feels, it's very, very, very tasteful to each other, and it feels cohesive to each other. I love it. Yeah, that boom, da-doom, da-doom. That was nice with the transition. I love seeing that here. Switching it down. Look at the usage of the formation shifts here. The cleanliness. I also feel like they have better traction on this type of flooring. Even though it is a screen, you'd be shocked. And some dance floors are really hard to do. I love the gun. They point it over. Great way to shift the camera over. Pump it up. Yeah, having guys in the back frame him. And this is what I was talking about that I was wanting from Wonderland, is what I was seeing in Crazy Form that I get to see here. Each one gets to have their moment to shine, as well as take a catch a breath, catch a breather, because they are singing live. You gotta be courteous when you can, you know? I love this, having them go around, set it up with the strings. Love this here. It looks like we're on the side of the ship and we're kind of looking. This looks great. And they bring it, they hit it, and they bring it down. Even the dancers are looking for ways to still integrate holding what they're holding. This right here, that boom and a cha, that's super full. Yes, and I do know some people were talking about with Wonderland, the dance practice, they didn't have the budget for as many dancers. My biggest qualms with it had nothing to do with the quantity of dancers. It was the lack of utilization of who you had. That was my overall note for that. But a lot of people have been very helpful for me to understand better context of the situation of what was happening at that time. I get it. I understand that. But I very much appreciate what I'm seeing here. I know this is a different year as well. That was nice too. Boom, da-doom. Very clear to see them turn there. Dipping it down. Doom. I want his coat. I do. That coat is freaking sick. This part here. Now, the choreography, there's still certain parts about it. I'm still like, we could have changed that and it would have made it look different. That part's fine. Mama way, that part's fine. Now that do-do-do-do-do-do, that still feels it's really tricky to clean that kind of transition. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I understand that we were going for that type of sound, but because of how the camera guy filmed it, not as bad. That right there, do-do-do-do, swinging it around. I do feel like this groove still feels a little bit more disconnected compared to every other piece of content that we saw in this entire thing. You know, like that second half, sickening. Absolutely filthy in the best way possible. That was nice. I think numbers helped. Flexing is a style. I know some people call it bone breaking, but I've heard it called flexing as well. It's just used to do the not really dislocation, but like double jointedness, I guess. Where they take it and they just have a really great flexibility and range to be able to showcase really cool angles, which is cool. Even then, they had some sense of uniformity in how they were framing, and then they broke away. Had their sense of showcasing their talent, which I love. He went through, goes and he resets. This is cool. He's like, oh no, it's a Kraken. Then right here is cool. Joom, joom, joom. And they kick some. That's so fun. It's very storyline based. Very proud of this. Framing each other well. And I think the imagery is everybody in the black is signifying this Kraken here. And so, or the waves or the ink or something. He kicks them down, picks them up. The acting, the performance, the quality of this top tier. Honestly, I'm very, very impressed at the fact of this, just the sheer commitment to this. Now, does it surprise me? No. I already had a huge inclination that I was going to be seeing them in their, in this type of form, projection of performance. Even though this isn't a studio, it is still live. And I'm very much a fan of what we're seeing here. This is great, you know, and this is my point, is noticing with the water here. That's why I think they were in the white, is they're kind of signifying this type of water in the ocean. I love that, right? Which is cool. Yeah, joon, 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 pulling it through, had that tension there. That right there, I love that. Oh, what was it? The paso doble. That's the style. First I was thinking tango. No, it's the paso doble. I've seen that kind of, that technique used with your partner. I don't know what it's called, but I've heard it called something, but I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend like I know. I have seen it often. So it is cool. I love that. It's cool to see that there. Impressive! He freaking grabs it. Let's go! And he pulls it. Kaja! Kaja! He said, let's go! This was cool where they go forward. It looked like they were about to row, but they don't. They just have these. They have their weapons ready to go. Great columns. I love how stoic he is here. That's so nice. Brings it up. Honestly, with the original Wonderland, I think it would have been really cool if they had a sense of prop usage like this in the original. I think that would have been really cool. Doom, 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 doom. Like, that would have been sick. I actually love this here, too. Like, this is awesome, having the bleed on. Just not, I mean, that was a little moments of the dancers not being as clean, but... Yes, on the timing, he hits it. If only a single gunshot will take out a Kraken. I tell you what, they would take a lot of damage away from Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, I love the flags. I have seen the flags used in K-pop before. I think it's really cool. It shows a sense of being triumphant and unified and showing your colors. And I really like seeing flags. It just has a sense of community to it. He freaking knocks it out of the park. The song? Yeah. Look at this. This is Jungho. He holds it. He even adds a little vibrato in that bad boy. Yeah. Now we have our dance break. Still very clean. It's full. Using your levels right down here is what makes it captivating and have a lot of depth. If everybody was up, it would feel a bit cluttered, but it's nice to have a sense of people happening in the back when they're doing something slightly different. I love it. Yeah, them having their own little moment. Yes. Giving people breaks, but still showcasing, projecting energy front. Yeah. Mama wave. Yeah. Boom, mama wave. Let's freaking go. I needed this choreo. This is so freaking cool. Yeah. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ah, filthy, guys. Yes. But I needed the cleanliness too. So, like, I know this is different than what the original is. My God, this is awesome. This is what I needed. I love that hit. Boom. Dropping it back down. And they're singing live. Let's go. And then having their dancers go, and they go low to go away. Then having their moment right here. And they salute. Yes. That was wonderful. They get an applause for me. Of course, we have the ending fairies. I'll stop it there for my own comfort. Now, hold on. Now I'm curious. What do they look like? Okay. Now I'm curious. I'm just curious now. Okay. They're so tired. So much energy was put into that. Oh, not everybody gets an ending fairy. Aw. So maybe it has to be chosen. You are bestowed upon an ending fairy and you own it. That's fun. That's just fun. Man, this was just what I needed. I mean, part of me was like, Jess, you could have waited. Nah, I think this was exactly what I needed so I can gracefully move on from Wonderland onto their other dance practices. I feel like if I meet something I think this is just something I've learned about myself. If I encounter a routine, specifically in K-pop, where there's a dance practice or something that's significantly underwhelming or it catches me off guard, but just how strikingly different, where I'm really touching on more constructive, really big issues within it, I really feel inclined. I want to see the best or the best intention of that choreography as an art in flourishing. And so I really thank Patreon again for guiding me here, because they were so nice to me whenever they saw my Wonderland video, and they were like, Jess, you were so, they were like, I watched and I really absorbed what you were saying, and I appreciate your honesty. And I felt bad for not being able to enjoy it as much as I really wanted to, because I was just seeing a lot of issues with it that I don't feel was fair to ATEEZ as much, honestly, and it's really nice that we get to see it in its proper place, is what it feels like. And I'm definitely really happy with that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I was helpful in some way, because I already did kind of a deep dive in the analysis of the content itself, but I know a lot of it stemmed more from some frustrations expressed with that. I really very much enjoyed this. Some of the content that overlapped I didn't touch on as much, but I did appreciate the differences that we saw here, as well as just the overall aesthetic of how they created a storyline and they sang it live, and the projection and performance is definitely something that ATEEZ is very good at and should be be known for. And it made me very, very happy to see, and it made me very much looking forward to Kingdom the show. I'm going to try to not spoil it anymore for myself. I just felt like this was important for me to do for this case specifically. But it also makes me look forward to seeing more future ATEEZ practices, because I know the more we get into some of their other routines when they work with other choreographers, until eventually we see them really take a deep dive with BB Trippin', the ones who were part of their crazy form. I'm very curious to see how their fingerprints are melded and molded into something beautiful, and I'm so glad we're all along for the ride together. If you want to be a part of the journey, you can head on over to Patreon, and there's always going to be something there that is being actively reacted to, and there's always fun to be had and discussions to be shared. But also, if you're okay with waiting on YouTube, that is absolutely fine. The goal is to get all dance practices and most K-pop content out into the real world, into YouTube. But if you can't wait, Patreon, it'll be there first, just like this one. So I'm Jess once again, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye!